Good afternoon, we're at Wilsfield Stadium in Warrington for this John Player Special Trophy second round game between Warrington and Hull Kingston Rovers. The teams this afternoon: Warrington line up at 1 Brian Johnson, 2 Des Durand, 3 Paul Cullen, at 4 Ronnie Dwayne, 5 Dave Lyon, at 6 John Woods, 7 Keith Holden, 8 Tony Humphries, 9 Kevin Tamity, at 10 Neil Harmon, 11 Gary Sanderson, at 12 Mark Roberts and 13 Mike Gregory. Substitutes for Warrington: 14 Barry Peters and 15 Mark Jackson. Hull Kingston Rovers, they line up at 1 George Fairburn, 2 Gary Clark, 3 Mike Fletcher, at 4 Peter Mortimer, at 5 Steve Smith, 6 is Mike Smith, 7 Wayne Parker, 8 Malcolm Beale, 9 Chris Rudd, at 10 Zook Emma, 11 Glenn Ryan, 12 Chris Burton and 13 Gordon Smith. Substitutes for Hull KR: 14 Andy Thompson, 15 David Watkinson. Referee this afternoon is Kevin Allott from Southport. His touch judges are Mr Brown and Mr Unsworth. Two captains for Warrington, of course, Kevin Tamity, and for Hull Kingston Rovers, Mike Smith, assisted by the Hull KR mascot, tossing the coin in the centre of the field. A place in the John Player Special quarter-finals at stake, and this is the third meeting already this season between the two sides. And the teams will switch round, so Warrington will be attacking the Fletcher end in this first half, playing from right to left as we look in the white jerseys and the primrose and blue V. Hull Kingston Rovers in their changed colours of blue and white. It'll be Warrington who get the game underway in the shape of John Woods. The referee then just gets the game underway through this John Player Special game between Warrington and Hull Kingston Rovers underway. It's a deep kick, it's trapped by the foot of Steve Smith, goes underneath it. Steve Smith right on his own line, going across. Paul Cullen catches him right in front of his own line, right underneath his own posts. So Hull Kingston Rovers already under pressure in the opening minutes, coming away with the ball. Gordon Smith makes a couple of yards before he's stopped by Gary Sanderson from the play ball. This time it's Chris Rudd. Rudd makes 5 or 6 yards before he's stopped midway inside his own 25. Kevin Tamity, Tony Humphries in there along with Gary Sanderson. Gordon Smith swings it back to Fairburn, switches it quickly. Mike Gregory attacking, but the kick comes in. It's a testing one, but Brian Johnson takes it well. Johnson tries to cut through, runs into Zook Emma though, and Emma along with Mike Fletcher bring Brian Johnson down just inside the Warrington half. Ronnie Dwayne goes himself in the play of the ball, moves inside the Hull KR half before he's stopped by Malcolm Beale. Keith Holden acting half back, misses out Sanderson, brings in Harmon. Harmon drives forward. There's 3 Hull KR forwards there to push him back. Kevin Tamity once more swings it out right to Holden. Holden on to Woods. Woods now moves forward, slip past to Mark Roberts. Roberts gets away from one man, but he's stopped in midfield by Smith and Chris Burton. Tamity once more swings it back to Holden. Holden gives a dummy up to the gap and finds it. Holden into space, has support here from John Woods. Woods still going, runs straight into Wayne Parker. First break of the afternoon. It was a good one being made by Holden. 6th tackle, goes on to Holden. Holden switches right, goes right once more, puts in a high kick. Testing one for Steve Smith. May let it bounce Mike Gregory. Gordon Smith lets it bounce. Mike Gregory has it, but offside against Mike Gregory, says the referee. And that gives Hull Kingston Rovers a penalty midway inside their own 25 and a chance to relieve the pressure after a testing kick from Keith Holden. It's Mike Fletcher who places the ball. The ground already cutting up quite badly. Torrential rain this morning. Now just a slight breeze blowing in favour of Hull Kingston Rovers in this first half, and that is put safe into touch. So Peter Martin with the second pass of the penalty onto Rudd. Rudd short onto Beale. Beale head down, drives in, makes a couple of yards before he's stopped by Mike Gregory and Gary Sanderson. Rudd once more out to Smith. Smith slipped past to Chris Burton. Burton runs in hard and strong, but he's upended and dumped to the floor by Paul Cullen, Mark Roberts and Gary Sanderson. Rudd again, swings it on this near side. A kick headed by the wind comes in from Mike Smith, a testing one. Brian Johnson takes it safely. Runs hard at Gary Clark, tries to beat him on the outside, but Gary Clark comes down and brings him down. Ronnie Dwayne this time goes himself from the play of the ball, runs in hard. Still Ronnie Dwayne. Good strong running run there from Ronnie Dwayne, making good ground before he's finally stopped. Tamity again, misses out Sanderson, brings in Humphries back in the first team. Drives in hard, but he's stopped by Burton and Emma. Beale also comes in to finish off the tackle. Tamity out to Holden. Woods brings in Harmon, striding forward, still Neil Harmon. Good driving run before he's finally stopped by Gordon Smith. Tamati once more on the blind side, tries to go through himself. But Hulkington Rovers tackling well at the moment in these opening 5 minutes. Referee comes in, and that will be a penalty to Warrington. Hulkington Rovers not allowing Kevin Tamati to play the ball. Ball put safe into touch though by John Woods. Just inside the Rovers' half, Tamati takes it, he'll drive forward himself, making good ground, Kevin Tamati. Des Drummond goes to the acting half-back position, first touch of the afternoon for him. Swings it out to Mike Gregory, Gregory turns to Holden swings it out to Woods, slip pass onto Roberts finds the gap, Roberts is powering into the corner, can he go all the way? Still Mark Roberts to support, a fine cover tackle comes in from Wayne Parker, fine run there by Mark Roberts, looks to be powering towards the corner, but Parker goes back with a fine tackle. Woods this time, Gregory running around with Woods, nice pass to Sanderson trying to go through, but he's stopped by Chris Rudd and Malcolm Beale, just inside the Rovers 25, Woods. Holden looks to support, swings it back to Cullen head down, trying to drive forward. Tamati to Woods, out it goes to Holden swings it back to Mike Gregory, he's juggling with it and he's taken off his fingertips by Chris Rudd. And Rovers gratefully for them back in possession. Here's Zukema driving forward, good driving run from Miller there to clear his lines. Glenn Ryan swings it out, Parker, short one to Beale drives down the centre. 5 minutes gone in this second round game in the John Player Trophy. It's still 0-0, but here's Rovers, that's a good pass, but it's not taken by Steve Smith, and the ball sails straight into touch for a scrum down. The first of the match. Just inside the Hulkington Rovers 25. Referee talking to both front rows. Keith Owen puts the ball in, and a loose arm in the scrum gives Warrington a penalty, so chances here they'll have 6 tackles inside of the Hulkington Rovers 25. John Woods will just put the ball into touch, so 15 yards from the Rovers line, 6 tackles. It'll be Neil Harmon, in fact it's Tamati who drives towards the line. Tamati though pushed back and just brought down. Just 10 yards now from the Rovers line. Harmon takes it on the burst. Gregory swings it back. It's a slip pass. The ball dropped by Roberts. And Rovers back in possession. Zukema moves forward, makes a couple of yards before he stops. And a penalty given to Hulkea. Warrington this time not allowing Zukema to play the ball. Over comes Mike Fletcher. Fletcher fires the ball into the main stand over on that far side. Mortimer driving forward is Malcolm Beale. Chris Rudd this time to Gordon Smith, misses out Ryan, brings in Burton. Burton still going, makes a couple of yards more before he's finally stopped by Mark Roberts and Tony Humphries. Rudd again on this near side to Parker, puts in a testing kick, it looks a good one from Wayne Parker. Brian Johnson's after it, but it won't cut it off. Fine kick there from Wayne Parker. Hulkington Rovers moving to the Warrington 25 for the first time in the match. Fine searching kick from Wayne Parker. Results in a scrum down, just a couple of yards from the Warrington line. Holden puts the ball in. The ball comes out on the Hulkington Rovers side. Looks as if Wayne Parker had lost and Keith Holden come back on, but he hasn't, and the Rovers then with 5 more tackles. Across it goes, trying to straighten up his Mike Smith. Brought down by John Woods. Chris Rudd this time, out to Malcolm Beale. Beale drives forward, he's stopped 5 yards from the Warrington line. Plenty of options open here now for Hulkington Rovers. Rudd to Gordon Smith, slip past to Ryan. Ryan driving for the line. Important tackle comes in from Keith Holden and Ronnie Dwayne. Just a couple of yards short. Chris Rudd trying to drive over from the play of the ball. He's pushed back, couple of tackles left, so still for Hull KR. Smith swings it out to Parker. Little Glover kick through, chances here. John Wood slits, but he just beats Mike Smith to the ball. And John Woods clears the ball to danger out of the reaches of Mike Smith. And that results in a scrum down, in a dropout, sorry, from underneath the Warrington posts. It's coming up to 10 minutes gone in this first half. Still no points on the board, but both sides had the chances. The ball taken safely by Ryan, although he juggled it a little. Glenn Ryan runs straight, beats two tackles. Ryan looks at the ball, he's still going. Break two tackles there, did Ryan. Puts Rovers right back on the attack with Gordon Smith. It's a bad pass. Warrington back in possession. Up with the ball comes John Woods. This time it's Harmon. Harmon moves forward. Stopped just short of his own 25 by Mike Smith. Tamati short to Humphreys. Humphreys, he's held up on the 25 and finally brought down. Tamati once more to Holden. Holden looks like Gary Zeller finds it. Great break here from Holden. Looks at the ball, and the ball just stopped by Mike Gregory, and that would be a knock on. But another fine break there from Keith Holden. That little dummy, the Gabba paid, he was through it like a shot. The pass though just fumbled on the knees by Mike Gregory. So scrum down. The ball goes in from Wayne Parker. Rovers in possession. Smith looks at the gap, nearly finds it, but Brian Johnson caught George Fairbairn off the ball, and that gives Hull KR a penalty. And Mike Fletcher will try and open the scoring. So Mike Fletcher then, and about 40 yards out, comes up, strikes it well, but goes wide of the target. So it's still Warrington 0, Hulkingston Rovers 0, but Hull KR should receive possession with Warrington to drop out from their own 25-yard line. John Woods straight down the centre. Glenn Ryan takes it safely once more. Ryan drives in, stopped by Mike Gregory, and Gary Sanderson just inside the Warrington half. Chris Rudd swings it out to Parker, short one to Emma. Emma runs in hard, good tackle again from Mike Gregory right in the centre, and Kevin Tamati. Rudd this time on this near side, another kick comes in from Parker. Once again it's another fine kick from Wayne Parker, takes play. Once again just 10 yards from the Warrington line for another scrum down. Using this slight breeze to good effect at the moment, Wayne Parker. So an important scrum to win for both sides. The scrum collapses though, and Warrington are given the penalty. So John was then to clear the danger for Warrington. Puts the ball safe into touch on this near side. Tamati, short one to Sanderson. Tamati once again to Tony Humphreys. Humphreys moves into Zukemer and Beale, and they bring him down with a good tackle. Tamati, Mike Gregory swings it back to Holden. Holden brings in Dave Lyon down the centre. Tamati again acting half back out right to John Woods, onto Ronnie Dwayne. Dwayne straightens up, moves back in field. There's three Rovers players there though to bring him down. Tamati once more to Keith Holden. Holden swings it back to Cullen. Cullen looking to go through the gap, but it's just caught who's going through. That's 5 tackles for Warrington. This is the 6th. Tamati to John Woods. Woods gives a dummy, tries to get round Gordon Smith, gets out of one tackle, goes onto his left foot, puts in a good kick downfield. Gary Clark and George Fairburn are there. Gary Clark, it is who takes it, goes across field, hands it on to George Fairburn. Fairburn, he's brought down midway inside zone 25 by Mark Roberts. Also Gary Sanderson there. This time it's out to Gary Clark once more. Good tackle comes in from Mike Gregory. Chris Rudd out to Gordon Smith, out to Mortimer. Mortimer, got a crunching tackle there from Des Drummond, and the linesman's on. Des Drummond already saying that he tackled his man in the chest. And it looks like a penalty will go in the way of Hull KR. And the ball put into touch by Mike Fletcher. So things being very tight and tense here at the Willisville at the moment. Still with 15 minutes gone, it's Warrington 0, Hull KR 0. Beale nearly dropped it, but plays it to Road. Gordon Smith out to Zook Emma. Emma runs in hard, good tackle from Paul Cullen. Rudd this time, switches it, and once again the kick comes in. This time it will go to Brian Johnson, who takes it safely. Brian Johnson then looks for support, finds it from Dave Lyon. Lyon straightens up, brought down by Wayne Parker finally, after Glenn Ryan had made the immediate tackle. Holden, back to Dwayne. Holden once more, misses out Mike Gregory, brings in Neil Harmon. Holden swings it out right with John Wood, short pass to Tony Humphries. Humphries trying to power forward down the centre. Three Hull KR players there once again to bring him down. Tamati, Holden, swings it back to Mike Gregory. Well, Hull KR at the moment certainly containing Warrington. 5 tackles, this is a 6. Tamati, Holden, swings a nice pass out to Ronnie Dwayne. Dwayne now, but it's not a good pass really, goes behind Dave Lyon. And that will see Hull KR back in possession. Ryan plays it to Rudd, swings it out to Gordon Smith, to Beale. But Mike Gregory's up well with Gary Sanderson. Rudd again. Switch from Parker. Fletcher into space now. Mike Fletcher's away. Still Mike Fletcher. Brought down by a good tackle from Ronnie Dwayne. Plays it quickly to George Fairburn. Swings it out to Gordon Smith. Mike Smith. That's a nice pass into space to Peter Mortimer. Mortimer out now to Smith, but Smith slips as he meets John Woods. Mortimer once more. Swings it out to Gordon Smith, to Beale. Gets away from 2 tackles. Kevin Tamati has to come back along with Gary Sanderson to stop him. Rudd, once again, a high bomb this time from Wayne Parker. Brian Johnson's underneath it, takes it well. Gets away from Ryan, then runs into Gary Clark. Well taken though from Brian Johnson under pressure. Away with the ball comes Dave Lyon. Runs straight, makes it to his 25. Good little run there from Dave Lyon, finally held up in the tackle. He'll play it to Kevin Tamati, on to Drummond. First real touch of the ball for him, Drummond. Tamati out to John Woods, Woods to Sanderson. Sanderson trying to go through, looking to beat his man, still Gary Sanderson. Stopped by Gordon Smith. As it goes with Keith Holden, a huge gap for Holden, he finds it, still Holden. Trying to get the ball away but can't. 6 tackles once again for Warrington. It goes on to Paul Cullen. Kick ricochets off a Hull KR man, but it's well taken by Wayne Parker. He's though caught by Mike Gregory. Mike Fletcher, blindside to Malcolm Beale. Beale throws the ball out. Gary Clark took it well. Glenn Ryan short to Zook Emma. Good tackle though from Gary Sanderson right around the legs. Rudd once more to Gordon Smith. Smith, he's got Fairburn running off him, and here's George Fairburn. But John Woods has spotted it well. Plays it to Gordon Smith. I'll kick, little chip, but it goes straight into touch off the boot of Mike Smith. And that's a scrum down 5 yards inside the Rovers half. Still, we await the first points of the afternoon. As the wind gets up once more, an icy wind blowing right in the face of Warrington in this first half. Holden then puts the ball in. Warrington in possession, picked up by Paul Cullen. Cullen into space, now comes Brian Johnson. Johnson onto Ronnie Dwayne. Dwayne now flies through, just caught by Mike Fletcher. Brian Johnson to Holden. Holden short one to Mike Gregory. Gregory still trying to find the gap in the Rovers defence. What both defences have been watertight at the moment. No gaps appearing hardly. Here's Keith Holden looking for one onto Neil Harmon. Neil Harmon brought down with a good tackle. John Woods to Keith Holden. Holden puts the kick in. Tess Smith. It goes behind Smith. It rolls towards the corner. Steve Smith picks it up right on his own line. Faced by Cullen and Drummond, and he slips again as he meets Paul Cullen. Plays it quickly out now to George Fairburn. Fairburn, nice tackle comes in from Gary Sanderson. But and talking through there for Paul Cullen. Something happened in the tackle which the referee saw. Kevin Tamati, the captain, also be called over. A penalty to Hulkea. No signal exactly what it was for. So George Fairburn back to his feet. Not a nice thing to have. Some knees in your back on a cold afternoon. But we'll once again give Hulkea a chance to clear the pressure. The kick from the boot of Mike Fletcher. Once again, he makes no mistake, fires the ball into touch on that far side. So we're halfway through this first half. 21 minutes now coming up to it. Still Warrington 0, Hulkea 0. Once again, another hard tackle from Des Drummond. Swung out with Gordon Smith onto Malcolm Beale. Runs into Tamati, Harmon, Humphreys. They're pushing back. Back inside the Rovers 25 is pushed. Beale a bit slow getting to his feet. Rudd this time. Swings out to Gordon Smith onto Zook Emma. Emma runs hard and straight. Goes back this time. Kick comes in from George Fairburn. A good one, but Dave Lyon takes it well. Dave Lyon then moves forward, runs straight. Good strong running from Dave Lyon before he's stopped by Fletcher and Smith. Keith Holden out to Ronnie Dwayne. Dwayne trying to go through. 3 Rovers plays there once more. Tamati to Sanderson. Tamati once more. Holden, Woods running around with Holden. Swings it back to Roberts. Roberts driving forward, stopped by Beale, trying to get the ball away but can't. And Chris Burton takes a wild swipe at Mark Roberts when it was on the floor. And that should give Warrington a penalty. Chris Burton being called over. Mark Roberts who's just come back to the game after broken nose, after he was injured in the Chairman's 13 game against Auckland. And Warrington given the penalty. John Woods taps it quickly. The Rovers defence aren't looking. Mike Gregory powering forward. Still Mike Gregory racing through. Beats one man. Still Gregory gets onto Johnson. Johnson's flying away. Johnson will score. 5 break there. The Rovers defence weren't looking. Mike Gregory just powered forward. Beat one man. He has Brian Johnson in support, and Johnson scores the first points of the game. Alert play there from Warrington. No doubt half the team of the Rovers players that had the back to the plate. The tackle was taken quickly. Mike Gregory beat one man, had support from Johnson, and Johnson goes over, and John Woods has the conversion, and Warrington take the lead 6 points to 0. And apart from that moment, Hulkingston Rovers defence had been watertight and had many chances to break it. But Rovers there, half asleep as Warrington take the lead with some quick thinking from John Woods and Mike Gregory. And Brian Johnson links up well. Rovers restart with Fletcher, fires it deep. Brilliantly taken though from Brian Johnson. Johnson then moves forward, scores the first try. Kevin Tamati drives forward himself. Holden, short one to Humphreys. Humphreys powering forward once more. Kevin Tamati, short to Mike Gregory. Gregory once again running hard. Tamati plays it back to Holden. Holden kicks into space, it hangs in the wind. Parker lets it bounce, finally takes it. He's chased by Sanderson, but the referee says that Gary Sanderson wasn't 5 yards behind. Gary Sanderson didn't like the decision, looked to run from behind the kicker certainly, but referee gives him offside. So Mike Fletcher once again to put the ball into touch. Fire it on this near side. And he makes no mistakes. The Rovers then looking for a quick reply to that Brian Johnson try. Midway between the Warrington 25 and the halfway line. It's taken by Fletcher, swings it out to Rudd, to Gordon Smith, to the flying Burton. Burton beats one man, finally caught by Ronnie Dwayne and being pushed back, along with looks like Paul Cullen, as players already begin to get covered in mud. Rudd short to Emma. Emma head down, runs in hard at Cullen and Gregory. Goes out to Gordon Smith, swings it across to Parker. Nice pass to Smith, onto Mortimer. Good tackle though, coming in there from Ronnie Dwayne, right round the legs. Taken quickly by Mike Smith, slip pass to Fletcher. Fletcher hands off one man, still going. Finally stopped by Tamati and Holden. Held up in the tackle. Glenn Ryan swings it out. Little chip through by Parker. Holden's there, takes it well and dives on it. Wayne Parker follows up quickly. Kevin Tamati. Holden. And offside against Sukemo. Gives Warrington a penalty. Once again, Warrington looking for the quick tap. And they do. Mike Gregory. Once again, running hard. Tamati to John Woods. Humphreys powering forward, tries to get the ball back, but the ball is time smothered by Chris Rudd. Tamati short to Holden. Mark Roberts looking to get the ball away to Ronnie Dwayne, but once again this time the ball smothered by Malcolm Beale. Tamati goes himself in the play of the ball, runs in hard. Couple of tackles then left for Warrington just inside their own half. Kevin Townsend to Sanderson. Keith Holden swings it back to Sanderson. The gap appears for Gary Sanderson. Gets out of one tackle, got the ball from John Woods. Woods now, he's got Holden on his left, and Keith Holden now takes it. Can he make it? Yes, he will. Keith Holden there, second try. A brilliant break from Gary Sanderson. Had support from John Woods, and Woods' pass was inch perfect to Keith Holden. Holden outstripped Glenn Ryan to score Warrington's second try. 10-0 Warrington lead. Keith Holden there, just outstripping the Rovers defence after good work from Gary Sanderson and John Woods. And that coming 12 minutes before the half-time break was then a difficult win to contend with. He strikes it well, it curls it beautifully. Fine kick from John Woods. So Warrington 12, Hulkingston Rovers 0. So Mike Fletcher to restart, and Hulkingston Rovers had this fierce win, which has certainly got up in this first half now. And Mark Roberts looking to stride forward, broke a couple of tackles, finally Rudd hangs onto his shoelaces. This time it's Holden, swings out to Woods. Sanderson moves inside, drives forward. Woods once more, swings it onto Neil Harmon. Harmon makes a couple of yards over on that far side before he's finally stopped by Mike Smith. Holden once more, swings a nice pass out to Joan Woods. Humphreys finds a gap down the centre. Humphreys now powering forward. Just caught by Glenn Ryan as he's going through. Warrington now begins to find gaps in this Rovers defence as Joan Woods takes it from the play the ball, swings it onto Kevin Tamity. It slices off his boot. Sanderson follows it. Drummond's there. Sanderson tries to get it. The ball loose, and that will be a knock on and a scrum down midway between the Hulkley Yards 25 and the halfway line. With 10 minutes to go in this first half, Warrington lead by 12 points to 0. Parker comes round, puts the ball in. They're in possession of Hulkley Yard. Parker caught though by Gary Sanderson and Keith Holden. Gets up quickly. Chris Rudd onto Gordon Smith. Slip past to Burton, but nicely picked off by Mike Gregory. Fairburn, short to Beale, runs in hard, but the Warrington cover comes across quickly. Rudd, out to Smith, on to Ryan. Neil Hammond though took him well around the legs, and Matt Roberts fished the tackle up the top. This time a kick comes in, once again from Parker, once again it's a testing one. Des Drummond though should pick it up, and he does, right on his own line. Drummond then running hard and straight at Steve Smith. This time it's Paul Cullen, knocks off one man, head down, drives forward once more. Tamati goes himself in the play the ball, strides forward once more. Keith Holden this time, out to Sanderson. Sanderson gets away from one man, still going, he's up again. Glenn Ryan finishing the tackle off this time for OKR. This time it's Tamati to Holden, across to Woods. Mike Gregory, nice pass, releases Dwayne, but he can't take it, it's into the hands of Fletcher. Fletcher now looking for space, gets his pass away to Mike Smith, gets away from one tackle, but Humphreys comes from nowhere. It's back to Mike Fletcher. Fletcher crashing for the line. He's stopped 5 yards short, and Rovers now looking for their first points of the afternoon. Gordon Smith swings out to Beale. Beale trying to drive forward, stopped by Brian Johnson and Mark Roberts, a couple of yards from the Warrington line. Fairburn to Gordon Smith, out to Parker, gives the dummy, tries to duck under a tackle but can't. Neil Harmon hangs on to him. Chris Rudd swings out to Gordon Smith, out it goes Mike Smith, good pass, chances here now, lovely dummy from Mortimer, and Mortimer's over in the corner. Nice dummy there from Peter Mortimer. It was 2 against 1. He sold the dummy to Des Drummond, and Rovers score their first point to try from Peter Mortimer. So 12 points to 4. So conversion's a difficult one, but he has got the wind behind him. He fires it in and it goes wide. Mike Fletcher. So Warrington 12, Hulkingston Rovers 4, with 7 minutes left in this first half. John Woods then restarts. Gordon Smith leaves it for Gary Clark. Traps it with his foot and takes it safely. Gary Clark then moving across field. Still Clark, head down, stopped by Mark Roberts and Ronnie Dwayne. Goes out this time to Mike Smith. Smith makes a couple of yards before he's stopped. Chris Rudd short to Zook Emma. Good tackle though comes in from Kevin Tamati. Emma plays it. And Warrington player offside. Gary Sanderson. And that gives Rovers a penalty. Mike Fletcher then. Once again he puts the ball safely into touch over on that far side. Just short of the halfway line, Mortimer taps it to Chris Rudd. Rudd swings it back to Beale down the centre. Beale though brought down nicely by Gary Sanderson along with Tony Humphries and Mark Roberts. Rudd once more, misses out Ryan, brings in Burton. And punched on there by Tony Humphries on Chris Burton. Gives Hull KR a penalty. And Hull KR will try and pull 2 points back through Mike Fletcher. Has got a very strong wind behind him, which has certainly got up in this first half. A very icy wind at that. Mike Fletcher then strikes it well, but once again goes wide of the target. So Mike Fletcher has already missed 3 kicks so far. Those kicks could be vital at the end of the game. So John Woods then drops out from his 25. Ryan picks it up safely for Hull KR. He runs hard at Kevin Tamati, brought down with Kevin Tamati along with Tony Humphries and Mark Roberts. Swung out from Rudd to Parker, little chip over the top. He should get there before Johnson, and he does. He kicks it across, but Des Drummond covering back for Warrington should just pick this one up, and he does. Right on his own line, crashes it, and he beats Porter and gets up again, still going. Well played by Drummond there under pressure, but Harmon drives forward this time. Sanderson runs in hard, stopped on the Warrington 25 this time. South Cullen, Mike Gregory. Gregory beats his man nicely. Mike Gregory still going. Still going, Mike Gregory. Finally brought down. Tamati to Holden. Holden slipped past to Sanderson. Just couldn't get his pass away. He just facing the wrong way with Cullen going on the right hand side. 6 tackle. Woods, the good chip over the top. Mike Gregory follows it, but Glenn Ryan takes it well. So 3.5 minutes left in this first half. Hulkingston Rovers looking for more points before the break with Malcolm Beale powering forward. Good strong run from Beale. Only tackled by Tony Humphries. Mike Fletcher in half back, swings out left this time to Parker, onto Gordon Smith. Nice pass to Burton, but Kevin Tamati spotted that a mile off and brings him down along with Paul Cullen. Rudd, Gordon Smith. Lovely dummy again, gets his pass away, nicely taken over on that far side, but Des Drummond in with the good tackle. Ryan swings it across, it's a bad pass, Humphries moving forward, well done by Parker, little chip through from Fairburn, it's too long though. Johnson takes it safely, beats Fairburn. Fairburn though this time comes back along with Mike Fletcher to bring him down. Mike Fletcher comes away limping from that tackle. Dave Lyon. Dave Lyon being pushed a touch. Tamati out to Holden, Sanderson. Once again Chris Burton there looking to few legalities in these tackles as he goes in. Holden, Woods, Holden again, that's a support, just pushed off the ball still loose, picked up this time by Mark Roberts. It looks like it is, Roberts still going, finally brought down on the halfway line. John Woods this time, out to Holden. Holden moves it across to Mike Gregory. Good pass to Tamati. Humphreys powering through, gets away to Dwayne. Dwayne powering for the corner. Will he get there? He's still going. He throws the ball back into the Rovers line and kicked clear by Gary Clark. Well, fine break there, Van this near side from Ronnie Dwayne. Did well to keep it in place. He's been pushed a touch. His pass, it could have gone anywhere. Went over the Rovers line. And Gary Clark was happy to just kick the ball out, which results in a drop out underneath the Rovers post with a minute and a half left in this first half. Ryan Johnson takes it well. Johnson then moves forward, beats Ryan, does he? Ryan comes back, he beats him again. Johnson still going. Finally brought down by Chris Rudd. Final minute of the first half. Warrington looking for another try. Mike Gregory swings it out this time to Woods. Holden running out with Woods. Woods looks for the gap himself, tries to go through, but brought down this time by Mike Smith. Tamati this time, out to Holden. Holden switches it back to Mike Gregory. Gregory beats one man, flies through again. Time running out now, he's moving to the last minute or so. It's out now to Humphreys. Humphreys going through. Rovers at the moment desperate defending from them. Humphreys plays it to himself, moves forward once more, turns in the tackle. There's 3 Rovers play there, smothering the ball. 6 tackle then for Warrington. Cullen back to Woods. Woods, little chip to the corner. It's well taken, the ball loose, picked up by Mike Gregory, throws it out. But offside is the decision. And that gives Hull KR a penalty in injury time in this first half. Playing time now added on at the end of this first half, with Warrington leading 12-4. And Warrington will have this strong wind in this second half. Good kick though from Fletcher. Martin up to Rudd. Gordon Smith, Chris Burton. And there goes the half-time hooter. Warrington going at the interval, leading by 12 points to 4. 2 tries from Brian Johnson and Keith Holden. 2 goals from John Woods. In reply, Rovers have a Peter Mortimer try. So the half-time score in this John Place Special Trophy second round game is Warrington 12, Hulkingston Rovers 4. So the teams returning for the second half. Warrington leading by 12 points to 4. No change on the Warrington side as the Rovers side just come out. Don't notice any immediate changes on the Rovers side. So it looks like the same 13 on each side that finished the first. It will start the second with Warrington leading 12-4 with a place in the quarter-finals of the John Player Special Trophy at stake. And Warrington, with this strong wind now in this second half. So Mike Fletcher gets the game underway. Once more, it's a deep kick. Trapped by the foot of Dave Lyon, and he takes it safely. Dave Lyon then moves forward. It's his late try last week that sees Warrington in this game. And the John Player Trophy. Here's Neil Harmon. Plays his 25 before he's stopped by Glenn Ryan. Tamati swings it back. Kick comes in here from Dave Lyon, using this strong wind. The ball will maybe be forced to George Fairman to pick it up, and he does. George Fairman then moving forward. Stopped by Des Drummond and Mike Gregory. Steve Smith comes on this blind side. Goes out this time, short pass to Zukema. Chris Rudd swings it out this time. Parker short pass to Burton. Burton strides forward. And the referee will give a penalty to Rovers, and 10 minutes into the sin bin for Tony Humphreys. So Warrington down to 12 men for 10 minutes after something that happened in that tackle from Tony Humphreys on Chris Burton. So can Rovers take advantage? As the ball put into touch again from Mike Fletcher. He'll take the tap himself. Fletcher out to Rudd, Rudd onto Gordon Smith, Smith, he's got runners, one's Ryan, Ryan runs in hard, stopped by Mark Roberts and John Woods, then pushed back. Rudd once more to Gordon Smith, swings it out to Zook Emma. Emma stopped and brought down by Mike Gregory and Paul Cullen. Chris Rudd, space here for Malcolm Beale. Rudd once more, swings it out right this time. Parker chips over the top. Chase for the ball, and the referee is spotting obstruction and gives Hull KR a penalty. Glenn Ryan then going in on Brian Johnson. But the penalty given to Hull KR for an obstruction on Wayne Parker as he chipped over the top. So Mike Fletcher, right footed, puts the ball safe into touch to set up a Hull KR attack. It's taken by Peter Martinelli, who wipes the mud off the ball. Takes it out to Rudd, Rudd to Malcolm Beale, Beale head down, stopped by Mark Roberts just outside the Warrington 25. Chris Rudd from the play the ball, moves forward into the Warrington 25, he goes before he meets Mark Roberts. This time it's Gordon Smith, swings it out to Wayne Parker. Parker, that's a nice pass, it's a risky one, picked up by Steve Smith. But into touch, says the linesman on this near side. And that results in a scrum down. Midway inside the Warrington 25. Keith Holden to put the ball in for Warrington. And it goes, Warrington in possession, Holden tries to go through himself, runs into Gordon Smith. Wayne Parker looks to come in with the knees after the tackle. Tamati out to Mike Gregory. Gregory runs in hard, knocks away Zook MM, though comes back to bring him down along with Glenn Ryan. Tamati, short to Harmon. Tamati to John Woods. Woods, high kick in the air. Ball should bounce into the hands of George Fairburn, and it does. Fairburn then stops, turns round, still Fairburn. And he's an easy pick off there. Finally for Kevin Tamati. Parker on to Mike Smith. Chris Rudd swings it outright this time. Parker, Gordon Smith. And it looks like Rudd once more, swings it out to Wayne Parker. That's a good kick from Parker again. His kicks have been the features of this game so far. Put some telling kicks in the first half. Nice little grower kick through there for another scrum down. 10 yards inside the Warrington half. The ball goes in, the scrum collapses. Warrington penalised for a loose arm in the scrum. Rovers at the moment certainly have plenty of penalties at the start of this second half. Still to put them to any use. Chances here though as Parker finds the ball to touch over on that far side. Chances here then, 6 tackles just inside the 25. Rudd swings it out to Beale. He drops the ball. Mike Smith kicks it back. It's picked up by Glenn Ryan. Ryan, he drops the ball. Gary Sanderson has it for Warrington. Mike Gregory comes away with it this time for Warrington. He's stopped midway inside his own half by Chris Rudd. Tamati this time, and Warrington will have a penalty. Hull Kingston Rovers offside over on that far side. So John Woods, right-footed, puts the ball safely to touch over on that far side. First real attack for Warrington in this second half. Running hard here is Neil Harmon. Runs in hard and strong, brought down just outside the Rovers 25. Goes out this time to Sanderson. Sanderson still going. Stopped by Glenn Ryan, plays it quickly to Tamity, switches it with Holden, Holden back to Mike Gregory, Gregory flies through, one tackle again, Mike Gregory still going. Plays it to Tamity, swings it out to Holden, Woods, risky pass, brilliantly taken though by Ronnie Dwayne, under pressure as well. Couple of tackles then left for Warrington, just outside the over 25, Woods to Holden, Holden, a good chip over the top, Mark Roberts is following it, Steve Smith is there and takes it well with Paul Cullen following up to finish off the tackle, and in fact he's punched the ball back and Warrington has 6 more tackles, and Warrington will get the penalty as well. Silly mistake there from Hulkayar, another 10 yards for Talking, takes play right to the Rovers line, Tamity plays it, he's over, but the referee right at the spot to see that Kevin Tamity didn't play it correctly. And Rovers will clear it with a kick for touch. Malcolm Beale then drives forward for Rovers. Been playing now for 8 minutes of this second half. Still the half-time score, 12-4. Chris Burton moves forward for Hulkayar. Still going. Clears his 25 before he's stopped by Mark Roberts and Mike Gregory. Chris Rhodes switches it on this near side this time. Nice pass too, but it's not a good pass then from Mike Smith. His ball sails straight into touch for a scrum down. Keith Holden then comes round to put the ball in for Warrington. Mark Roberts now in the front row. Ball goes in for Keith Holden, Warrington in possession. Holden, Drummond switches it, brings in Johnson. Johnson looks at the gap and finds it. Johnson's away, he's powered to the corner. Will he get there? He's got Dave Lyon in support, but it's a tip off the hand of Gary Clark that denies him. Well, Brian Johnson there left George Fairburn. Fairburn tried to come back. Johnson had Dave Lyon in his left, but his pass was just tipped away from by the fingers of Gary Clark to deny Warrington another try. Scrum down though, 5 yards from the Hulkayar line. Scrum's been a major problem at the moment. Referee wanting the scrums in the right position. Ball goes in, goes right through. Gregory tries to put the ball back in. There's a fight on the scrum. Meanwhile, Hulkayar running away with the ball. Play's carrying on. So the linesman will have a talk to the referee. He will no doubt see what exactly happened as the incident happened on the blind side to the referee. Tony Humphreys coming back on for Warrington after his spell in the sin bin. A penalty to given the way of Hulkingston Rovers for that infringement in the scrum. Fletcher then puts the ball into touch over on that far side. Tony Humphreys still waits to come back on. Fletcher takes it across the line this time. Zukemo. Goes out this time to Malcolm Beale. Beale drives forward. Stopped midway inside his own half. Mike Gregory there along with Neil Harmon. Goes out this time to Gordon Smith, short pass on to Burton, but a good tackle there from Gary Sanderson. Parker kicks downfield, and Drummond can't take it, bounced it up hard off the ground. Once again, these scrums, major problem. The Hull Carlo in possession. Parker, Mike Smith, brought down nicely by John Woods and Mike Gregory. Still the score remains at Warrington 12 points, Hulkingston Rovers 4. George Fairburn out to Gordon Smith, onto Ryan. Gets the ball back behind Gordon Smith, picked up by Zukemo. Goes out on the blind side this time, Malcolm Beale. Good tackling though, comes in for Warrington. Tony Humphries in there. Paul Clone as well. Goes out this time, Gordon Smith. Looked for the gap, but it was nicely shut off by Harmon, Woods and Kevin Tamati. Goes out this time. Slip pass from Parker back to Ryan. Held up in the tackle, finally brought down by Kevin Tamati and Mike Gregory. That's 5 tackles, this is the 6th. Chris Rudd swings it out to Wayne Parker. Parker kicks across field. Brian Johnson, the ball went backwards. Johnson then moves forward over on that far side. He's caught though nicely by Mike Fletcher. Ronnie Dwayne. Holden this time, gives a dummy, goes himself, swings it back to Tamati, to Sanderson. Sanderson finally straightens up. Tamati once more, swings it back to Dave Lyon. Lyon kicks downfield, it's a good one. Tester for Smith, but he takes it well. Steve Smith then, looking to go on the outside, but nicely picked up by Des Drummond. Mortimer this time, swings it out to Fairburn. Fairburn to Emma. Good tackle though from Tony Humphries. Fairburn again. Out it goes, Parker, Gordon Smith. That's a nice pass to Burton, but once again, Burton is well picked off this time by Gary Sanderson. On that far side, Beale moves forward. Out across the line to Smith. Little grubber kick through, but Mike Gregory dives on it superbly. The ball though then bobbles out of his hands and back into the hands of George Fairburn. Wayne Parker to Beale. Beale cuts inside. LKR Warring a substitute over on the far side. Andy Thompson. Chris Rudd. Parker. Gordon Smith. Nice pass there. That was a risky pass, but Mike Fletcher took it well. Gets the ball back. The ball, chances here. Warrington back in possession, it looks like. A bit of a tangle on the floor. Warrington will come up with the ball in the shape of Dave Lyon. Woods this time to Kevin Tamati. That's a bit of a high tackle there from Chris Burton. Woods this time on the burst. Neil Harmon moves forward. Still Harmon, push back this time. Tamati to Holden. Woods, Holden again, switches it back, the ball drops, Rovers dive on it. Zukema comes up with the ball this time. It's on to Chris Burton. Burton moves forward, stopped by Matt Roberts, just short of the halfway line. Chris Rudd this time, swings it outright with Gordon Smith. Smith switches it on this near side to Fairburn, but he falls over his own man. Final tackle there from Zukema on George Fairburn. This time it's Gordon Smith, swings it out to Parker. Parker, across the line it goes. Fletcher, he's caught by Dwayne and Woods. 15 minutes gone, 25 minutes to go of the game. Still just those 8 points in it, 12-4 to Warrington. Space now opens up for Rovers and Gordon Smith, and Smith finds the gap out to Emma. Emma now, he's got support from Steve Smith on the outside. He's going to try and round Drummond, but he won't get round Drummond on the blind side. And Drummond comes back easy to bring him down and drag him into touch for a scrum down. But Rovers still showing that they're still right slap back in this game. Holden then comes round to put the ball in for Warrington, just inside the Warrington 25. The Hull will make a substitution. Andy Thompson waits to come on. Ball goes in from Holden, Rovers in possession, Parker, Smith, Fairburn switches it, gets away from a couple of players, still George Fairburn's gone right round the outside of the scrum, Fairburn beats another man, finally stopped 10 yards short. Rovers then looking to get right back into this John Play Cup game as it's out to Gordon Smith, on it goes to Parker, switches it back to Burton straightens up. Chris Rudd swings it out this time, Parker chances Smith, releases Mortimer powering for the corner, will he get there? He looks like he will, and Mortimer goes over in the corner for his second try. And makes the score Warrington 12, Rovers 8. Well, Rovers were pressing there. Try looked on, and they got it in the corner. Second try for Peter Mortimer. So have we got a cut side on our hands now? So it could be an important kick for Fletcher. Comes up, strikes it well, but flashes across the face of the goal. So Warrington 12, Hulkingston Rovers 8. And those 4 goal kicks now that Mike Fletcher's missed could prove very important at the end of this game. That would have been another 8 points. That would have put Rovers in front. So we've got an interesting 20 minutes or so left. Just 4 points now between the sides as John Woods restarts. Off the hands of Chris Burton, rolls towards the corner and picked up by Gordon Smith, hands it on to Gary Clark. Clark moving across field, gets away from one, straightens up, gets away from another, still Clark, finally slips himself. Glenn Ryan. Smith to Beale. Gordon Smith again, swings out to Zukema. Mike Smith still moving forward, caught this time by Paul Cullen. Finally pushed back. George Fairburn kicks, ricochets off the hands of Sanderson. Holden drops it, picked up by Fairburn, onto Beale. Important tackle comes in from John Woods. Chris Rudd to Glenn Ryan. Risky pass which well taken by Fletcher. Fletcher turns, decides to keep hold of the ball though. And stopped by Ronnie Dwayne. In fact it was Dave Liners. This time it's across to Smith. Mike Smith, long floaty pass to Steve Smith. Smith gives a dummy, stops. Des Drummond though takes him right on this near touch line. Mortimer onto Gordon Smith. Smith ricochets off the shoulder. The ball still about and Gordon Smith has it again for Hull KR, 6 more tackles. Glenn Ryan, across it goes to Parker, to Zukema. Emma looking for the gap, a chance is here but John Woods brings him down with a good tackle. As we'll see to going through the gap, this time it's Fairburn. Fairburn up to Beale. Beale crashing forward now, Hulkingston Rovers with the tails up at the moment. Wayne Parker once more, Gordon Smith swings it out to Mike Smith. Gets away for one tackle, Mike Smith looking to go through the gap. Caught by Mark Roberts. Couple of tackles left, Mortimer swings it on this blind side to Parker. Parker straightens up, looks for support, finds it from Emma. Emma now, the ball bounces up in the air, loose, Warrington back in possession. Up with the ball comes Gary Sanderson, John Woods this time, hands it on to Mike Gregory. Gregory moves forward, caught by Malcolm Beale. Johnson this time, on to Harmon. Harmon beats one man, throws it back to Mike Gregory, onto Kevin Tamati. Tamati releases John Woods, Woods now flying through the gap. Finally stopped by Chris Burton. Mike Gregory, Holden took it well. Jinks inside, looks for the gap once again. This time the gap, this time closes up. Glenn Ryan and Chris Burton. Holden gets up a bit slowly, this time it's Mike Gregory. Gregory puts in a little kick through, it's well taken though by Smith. But Drummond comes in to finish off the tackle and so does Des Drummond. Warrington well enough for substitutes. Steve Smith lies on the floor. Hands it on to Glenn Ryan to play the ball. Gordon Smith acting half-back, swings it on to Zook Emma. Emma head down, tries to drive through. Just over halfway through this second half, 19 minutes to go. Warrington lead in this John Place Special Trophy second round game by 12 points to 8. Goes out this time, Parker. Gordon Smith, that's a nice pass, releasing now Mike Smith in his way. Parker flying through, Parker throws it back to Gary Clark. Clark moves into space, still Gary Clark throws it out now to Parker. Chances here, Parker cuts inside, goes to support, finds it from Fairburn. Fairburn still going, Valley Court. Just 20 yards short by Des Drummond. Glenn Ryan. Parker chips it through, hits the legs of Tamati. Parker has it again, 6 more tackles, 5 yards from the Warrington line. Mike Smith swings it back to Chris Rudd. Mike Smith again waits for it, swings it out to Parker. Parker onto Ryan. Ryan swings out to Mike Fletcher. Fletcher looking to go through. Sport from Gary Clark. Clark still going. The Warrington cover this time comes over and brings Gary Clark down. Fairburn. Long floated past to Smith. Emma going into the gap. Drops it. Smith drops it. Harmon was obstructed. Referee saw it. And Warrington, no doubt, really glad to get hold of that ball as Rovers were really pressing there. Warrington, 2 substitutions being made. For Warrington, Mark Jackson will come on for Matt Roberts. And for Hull Kingston Rovers, Zook Emma will come off. And on will come David Watkinson. And also coming off is Steve Smith, who leaves the ground on this near touchline, being helped off by the Rovers trainer. And on comes Andy Thompson. So play will restart now, all the changes have been made. John Woods then places the ball. We've got 15 minutes to go. And Woods puts the ball safely into touch. But this game at the moment is by no means over. Warrington need to try to put some space between them and Rovers as Jackson runs in hard. Early tackle for substitute Watkinson, only touch for substitute Jackson. This time it's Sanderson, turns it back to Holden. Holden brings in Drummond. Drummond though, the move was spotted by Glenn Ryan. John Woods on to Keith Holden. Holden kicks downfield, uses the wind well. That is a good kick from Keith Holden, relieves the pressure from Warrington. Fine kick from Keith Holden. Ball goes in. The scrums turn and wheel. Hull carry up and in possession. David Watkinson swings it out to Gordon Smith. Smith, good tackle from Sanderson. Watkinson again. Beale. Rhodes swings it out. Parker, Smith, Fletcher. Back it goes to Mortimer. The ball knocked off by a Warrington hand. Back go Rovers and pick it up. It's a pass into no man's land and Chris Burton first to pick it up and Matt Jackson follows him and brings him down. Ryan on to Fairburn. Substitute Andy Thompson. Watkinson again. Across the line, Ryan. Good tackle from Matt Jackson. Play quickly this time, across it goes to the line again. Long pass, well taken. Dave Line comes in, the ball still out to Gary Clark. Clark moves back in field, still Gary Clark moves into space, goes down the centre. But Matt Jackson comes across to bring him down. Also in the tackle, Mike Gregory. Once again, Rovers throwing it about with Gordon Smith. Mike Smith swings it out to Ryan. Ryan now goes through the gap, beats his man nicely, brings it on to Fairburn. Fairburn to Gordon Smith. Smith still going back to Rudd. And Drummond finally comes over to stop the move, but Rovers once again looking dangerous. And this is the 6th tackle. Parker chips it through. A chase for the ball. Going through is Mike Fletcher, but John Woods beats in there and clears the ball for Warrington. 12 minutes to go. John Woods drops out. He'll go into the hands of Glenn Ryan, traps it on his chest, picks it up, knocks on. Referee says it goes backwards. Running strong's Andy Thompson. Rovers there with 5 tackles just outside the 25. Goes on to Glenn Ryan. Ryan finds a gap, still going. Important tackle comes in there. Looks like Tony Humphreys. The ball on the floor. What will the referee give? Referee says play the ball. Mike Smith takes it out to Wayne Parker. Parker to Gordon Smith. On the burst comes Chris Burton. Burton flies through the gap. John was there with Ronnie Dwayne to stop him. Plays it. Out it goes to Gordon Smith. Parker looking to go through himself. Come up this time in midfield. Gordon Smith. Out it goes. Mike Smith. Mortimer. Oh, crunching tackle though from Des Drummond on Peter Mortimer. Thompson, 6th tackle. Mike Smith puts up a high kick, a testing one. Brian Johnson comes for it. Takes it, juggles it, but takes it well. Keith Holden's injured. And Keith Holden will be substituted here as Warrington have it with Kevin Tamati. Barry Peters will be coming on for Warrington for Keith Holden. John Woods to Jackson. Woods again, swings it back to Dave Lyon. Lyon kicks downfield. Thompson goes back for it with Fairburn. Picked up by Thompson. Runs at Cullen. Cullen stops it with Drummond. Keith Holden has left the field. Barry Peters waits to come on as Mike Smith swings it back to Fairburn. Fairburn finally brought down. Trying to get up quickly and does. Chris Rudd this time. Swings it onto Watkinson. Swings it out to Parker to Ryan. Ryan, that's a good pass, but Dave Lyon coming off his wing to stop Mike Fletcher. Ryan again. Gordon Smith stops, twists. Stopped just outside his 25. Referee spots a knock on. And Warrington now will be able to make a substitution. Keith Holmes already gone off the field injured. And on comes Barry Peters. John Woods comes round, puts the ball in. Warrington will be in possession. Woods takes it, swings it on to Dwayne. Dwayne moving through, picks off though well by George Fairburn. Warrington could do the score here to put some space between them and Rovers as Mike Gregory powers through once again. And Mike Gregory a bit slow to get up after that tackle. Woods this time onto Jackson. And the ball goes loose and Rovers now looking for a counter-attack. Out it goes to Mike Smith. Smith now moves forward. Back inside comes Mortimer. Mortimer going across field. Still Peter Mortimer. Nine minutes to go. Wayne Parker in possession for Hull Kingston Rovers. Rudd, Watkinson swings a nice pass out. Gordon Smith, Fletcher. Mike Fletcher still going. Finally managed to be brought down. Ryan goes behind Smith, picked up by Parker. Mike Smith now. Hands off one man, swings it back to Watkinson. Goes out from Rudd to Parker. Parker chips it over the top. John Woods comes round, dives on it bravely and superbly does John Woods. Wayne Parker stayed down. It's on to Neil Harmon. Harmon swings it back to Drummond. Drummond now. Back inside comes Dave Lyon. Beats one man. Dave Lyon trying to go through. Finally held up over on that far side. Tamati. Out to John Woods to Jackson. Woods again. On to Barry Peters. Peters kicks downfield. Looks a good kick. The ball though just bounces dead in the corner. And Rovers have possession for their own 25-yard line. With 7.5 minutes to go. Rudd takes it and hands it on to David Watkinson. Makes 5-10 yards before he stopped. Rudd once more. Across the line to Smith, brings in Burton. Warrington will no doubt be happy to keep Rovers inside their own half at the moment. Long pass this time to Smith, he finds the gap. But good coming across there was Neil Harmon. Gordon Smith swings it back to Fairburn, beats one man, beats two men. Fairburn finds the gap now, he's flying through. Still George Fairburn, throws a risky pass out. It's a chase of the ball, picked up by Mike Fletcher. He's being dragged towards the touchline and he will just be dragged in by only Dave Lyon. So a scrum down, 5 yards inside the Warrington half. Six minutes to go. Woods puts the ball in, Rovers in possession. The scrum collapses, but Warrington have caught with the ball. Looks if, in fact it's John Woods who looked to have lost the ball there, but Peters has it for Warrington. Well, Warrington have certainly had it hard in this John Player Special Trophy so far. Had a hard game against Carlisle, and they're certainly up against tough opposition in Hulkingston Rovers this afternoon. Peters takes it from the play of the ball to John Woods, out to Mike Gregory. Gregory though slips in the mud. Tamati to Harmon. Sixth tackle for Warrington. Tamati back to John Woods. Woods onto Mike Gregory. Kicks it through. Thompson comes for it. Takes it nicely. Thompson then goes across field. Gets away from one man. Finally stopped by Barry Peters. Fairburn. Rudd. Across it goes from Watkinson to Smith. Mike Smith. Back inside comes Mortimer. Caught by, this time, Des Drummond and Paul Cullen. Gordon Smith. Couple of tackles left then for Hulkingston Rovers. Sixth tackle then, just outside the 25, with 5 minutes to go and counting down now as George Fairburn moves into space and kicks downfield. Drummond takes it on the run, moves into space, the ball flies out from his hands. It's picked up by Mike Smith. Mike Smith now. Mike Gregory comes across. Paul Cullen's there. Mike Smith still going. Cullen finally brings him down. We've got 4 minutes to go. And Hulkingston Rovers have a penalty. 12-8 the score. And Fletcher with a good kick sets Hull KR on the attack. 6 tackles. There's 4 points behind. Mortimer, Rudd, Gordon Smith swings it out to Burton. Burton finds a gap, he's still going. Important tackle from Mike Gregory and Mark Jackson. Rudd this time. Gordon Smith, Mike Fletcher. Fletcher cuts back inside. being pushed back this time. We've got 4 minutes to go. Parker, long pass, Mike Smith, Mortimer, pass to Thompson. Thompson gets away from one man, but he's pushed into touchdown with a good tackle. Important tackle. And the man of the match goes to Hulkington Rovers number 13, Gordon Smith. There's been in everything Hulkington Rovers have done this afternoon. An important scrum now, with 2.5 minutes to go. Possession from this scrum could be vital for both sides. The ball goes in, the scrum collapses, but Warrington have it with Mike Gregory. And that could be an important scrum with 2 minutes to go. John Woods to Gary Sanderson. Stick the ball at the jumper time, no doubt. Take the 6 tackles and just boot it downfield to waste time. Mark Jackson. Towerty. Mike Gregory. Keeps hold of it sensibly. Although, still 2 minutes to go. John Woods kicks downfield. Chance for Hulkiar, the last chance perhaps of the game. A try would tie the scores. Fairburn. Well, why did he do that? George Fairburn there has just put his side under pressure with the scrum down. A minute and a half to go. He tried to kick it straight back downfield, but it skimmed off the edge of his boot and just sailed into touch. Ball back for a scrum down. With a minute to go, plus injury time. And John was penalised for feeding. One last chance then for Hulkiar. Wayne Parker will put for touch on this near side. And he makes no mistake, so Hulkington Rovers a minute in injury time to try and steal this game in the last minute. Mortimer goes across with Gordon Smith. Mike Smith, Fairburn links up with Fletcher. Fletcher trying to go through, Mike Fletcher still going. 30 seconds plus injury time to go. Rovers looking for a winning try here. Out it goes once more. Parker looking in the gap. An important tackle comes in from Mark Jackson. Whistles coming from the Warrington crowd. That's how close it is to go. This time it's Beale. Swings it out. Space here now for Gary Clark. Warrington tackling to stay in this jump play special trophy. It's out now with Parker. Swings it out to Mike Smith. Smith moves forward. Looks for a gap. Good tackle comes in from Gary Sanderson. Watkinson gives a dummy, moves into space, turns it round to Rudd. Rudd beats one man. A chance here for Parker, swings it out to Mortimer. Mortimer cuts back inside, swings it back to Thompson. Thompson takes it, he's still going, he's going for the corner. Des Drummond though brings him out with a spectacular tackle in injury time. And then it goes. Hulkington Rovers there, they literally stole it with the last play of the game. And Des Drummond tackle denies Andy Thompson in the final second of the game. And Warrington move into the quarter-finals of the John Play Special Trophy with a very hard-earned 12-8 victory against Hulkington Rovers. Warrington, all their points coming in the first half. 2 tries, Brian Johnson and Keith Holden, and 2 John Woods goals. Hulkington Rovers, 2 tries for all their efforts, both going to Peter Mortimer. But Hulkington Rovers could have stole it at the end. They was on the attack, but Des Drummond tackle just keeps them out. So Warrington move into the quarter-finals of the John Player Special Trophy. This has been your commentator Tony Gleave with the final score of Warrington